All right, last we left our adventurers, you guys had come back to Alloy on your tear through the Feywild, meeting a bunch of characters and learning that about 2 months has passed and you're in a new year. You guys then dispersed, went and learned that Ivan is missing, or Ivan has been transferred and he has a new squire. We've learned about a new and upcoming group in the city called the Falciere, and you guys met them in the last session. Trying to think if anything else notable happened.
Our bet.
You guys made a bet that it's the first one to kill a lieutenant of the chain and bring proof back to Droll. You guys wagered 100 gold pieces and some magic items on that. Tink went to bed early because he's sick of this curse that has befelled him, and Wink went and shopped for some magical supplies, which he has been in desperate need of. And you guys reconvened and had some arm wrestling contests as well, and ended the night after spending some much needed chillaxness in the Jolly Dragon. So we ended with you guys having a long rest. You guys, I'm assuming, correct me if I'm wrong, would have just stayed at the Jolly Dragon. But I don't know, Waldo. That is up to you.
I would, since Kyler's here this time, I would like one nighttime conversation with my brother.
Would this be before or after you went and visited your friend?
This would have been after.
Okay, sounds good.
I'm gonna go into the room that we're probably sharing together and just give out a big sigh of relief that he listened to me and is not currently trying to rob somebody.
I don't know. You don't know.
You're right, I don't know. I'm assuming. Brother, it's good to see you.
I see you're waking me up. Is my face still ugly?
Yeah, roll a constitution.
Well, I have.
I
oh gosh.
Sent you a message, Kyler, but
I'm about to do that.
should make you roll with disadvantage since you failed so many times.
I think I have disadvantage because of the
You do.
thing.
You actually do, yeah, because you are cursed.
There's no way around it. I have disadvantage. Well, my computer's not signing in. So can somebody roll for me? I think I'm +2. Beyond.
We can wait, Ryan, if you just want to go ahead with the conversation.
Yeah,
No, you're
keep talking. I guess the
I'm gonna
conversation.
quickly do a quick glance around the room and hit his still ugly features and be like, well, thank you for heeding my advice about not robbing someone just yet. I think I may have found us the perfect victim.
They have diamonds? I need diamonds.
Apparently, the person who owned those mines that the orcs were in, apparently there was some suspects, some suspness going on with them. And a friend would like us to interrogate them. Think they may be a spy for Mr.
I got a 4
Invincible.
on both rolls.
Okay.
Definitely
Still
they'll strike one. Well, it needs to happen today. I'm sick of this. I can't keep my thoughts straight. Can we talk more about this in the morning?
No, we can. We'll discuss it with our friends as well. They may not know that we're going to steal from this man, just that before we want to go on this quest, that maybe we can do a slight detour that maybe
No, I'm
will
looking.
reveal a spy in the city.
There's a spy in the city? I'm sorry. I'm still kind of waking up. You talk to a guy, there's a spy in the city.
A mutual friend of
Fill
ours,
me in.
whose name would be in my notes if I
Dodge.
wasn't
His name is
giving my
Dodge.
son a bath. Dodge. Bad with names, that's why I write them down. He told us that for the most part, it sounds like all of the underground is in agreement that Ragnar is bad and they are not on his side. However, they suspect that the mine owners may be in cahoots, have something to do with it. They are unsure. It's a very well defended house, and they haven't been able to get anyone inside, so they haven't been able to question him properly. And they would appreciate it if we could give them a hand.
I would love to do this. Diamonds or no diamonds, really?
And if we take some extra gold to get you first, he's bound to have something there that's of value that we
I would
can
prefer to
nick
find the
or make
material.
lost.
I don't like to pay for things. You know this.
Neither of us likes to pay for things. But sadly, we must sometimes.
Okay, well, a question that comes to my mind is if this, what's this dude's name again? Not the cave dude, the bigger one.
Ragnar, the Invincible?
Ragnar, yes, the Invincible. How has he taken over cities? Like, does he have a method that he uses? We
I
should
don't know.
find this out
I have not
so we can
looked
watch
into that.
for that.
I mean, he's made a pact with slavers and stuff. I assume they have he has his own forces and they have a combined force, whether they're working directly for him or just allies of convenience.
Probably both. Anyway, I'm gonna go back to sleep. Find out what you can about, or if you're going to sleep, I guess. Never mind. I guess we'll see you in the morning.
Yes. Also, keep an eye out. I may have caused some slight, nothing major, but made a slight scene for the Falciere, and perhaps they will be keeping an eye on us from now on.
I don't know who that is.
That is this group we have made a bargain against.
Okay. Are they cool?
They are very full of themselves, and we will knock them off their high horse and piss on them once they've fallen off.
I hate those kinds of people.
Oh, Adrian, please stop begging.
All right. Well, I'm going back to sleep.
Good night.
Good talk. Love you. Sweet dreams.
Love you too. We'll make you pretty again tomorrow. All right. That's all I wanted to talk to him about.
Sounds good. You guys, Kyler, you can roll again. Since you slept 12 hours, you get to roll every 6 hours.
Okay.
And the rest of you awaken in the morning. The tavern isn't really like a place. Pretty dead in the morning. There aren't like anyone in here. The morning is when they usually clean up and prepare for the afternoons.
As everybody wakes up, they hear a scream. It's never ending. That's all.
I'm gonna wake up and like try to like groggily reach for my weapon. What's happening? What's going on?
It's not gonna go away.
I'm gonna rush out, see what's going on. Is everybody okay? Where'd that sound come from?
It was my brother. I guess he's upset that he's still horribly disfigured.
Oh,
I'm gonna run and I'm gonna jump and grab onto Enzo's shirt and I'm gonna say, "Don't look at me! Look at me!"
you're getting fixed today, man. We already found someone.
What?
Your brother
Found
didn't
who?
tell you?
Yeah, that costs money.
Yeah, but you're still getting fixed today.
I'm not paying for that.
You give that reaction. I'm not paying to get this.
I'm
I'd
just gonna
rather
look at him and
not.
just shake my head. Like, this guy is an idiot.
The
And then
materials.
in my mind,
will
I'm saying
come to
that.
me.
I'm shaking my head and just be like, do you just think everything is free in life?
I don't know what world you're living on, bro. And I'm just gonna walk away.
You mean hobble? Couldn't you still like bow-legged or something?
Yeah, I
Gonna walk away at half speed.
kind of like how like a dwarf walks or a midget, how they have that waddle.
All right, see you, penguin.
Jackie
And then I'm just
Jackie
gonna walk
Chan in
away.
Shanghai Noon.
Yes.
Like he's ridden a horse too long. All right, the day is yours. What would you guys like to do?
I'm
Give
sure-
everybody
well,
breakfast.
Yeah, but say while we're convening for
If they cook
breakfast,
breakfast, I'll walk in. Does anyone want some Flappy Jacks?
Let me go see if my parents are around. If they're not, I can cook breakfast.
No, Waldo is in the kitchen with your dad,
They're
Oh.
extra flappy for you.
actively like looking over his shoulder and offering to serve people.
Waldo,
Waldo!
I will try everything you're making.
This looks amazing, Waldo. Dad, appreciate it.
Adrian, stand up. You clean your butt.
Make sure you eat really good.
Let me help you guys out, and I'll start setting the table and getting everybody drinks, making sure everything is ready for when they sit down. Everybody's satisfied with what's happening.
Yeah, your dad tells you that no one needs to pay because Waldo's been working for like 2 hours serving people. So that's basically his payment is your guys' food.
There's the who are they serving in the morning?
Just the other people that come in, just like the regulars that get drinks early. It's very few people, but some people do come in.
I can understand that.
I just wanted the coffee and this and that about the work and
Well, I'm sure you did a great job. I'll go make sure everybody's doing okay, Waldo. Thanks for the help. And I'll go walk around and make sure say hello to all the regulars that I haven't seen in a while and small talk with them while I'm helping everybody out.
Yeah,
I'm
there's-
gonna.
Go ahead.
Oh no, go for it. Go for it.
I was just gonna say there's some people like drinking that like already have their head down and they just come in 24/7 basically. They're very quiet, keep to themselves. That was it.
I'm gonna grab some extra scraps, like extra things of bacon or whatever, like any food that like can at least last longer than breakfast. I'm gonna like hoard a little bit of it, not too much, but just like keep a little bit for snacks. And once we're all together, I want to tell everyone about what Dodge told me last night about a possible spy or someone working for Ragnar. There's a lot of power in the city. The owner of the mines, whose name is written in my notes, which I do not have.
After he does that, I'm gonna. Oh, are you done, Ryan? Sorry.
Oh yeah. And after I tell you guys, I'm gonna be like, well, this is an opportunity for us. It's not exactly sanctioned, but I know you all like to do good, and I found this opportunity for it'll take maybe a half a day potentially, or a full day if we try to break in at night or something. But I wanted to raise it all to you. But yeah, that was everything I was gonna say.
Oh. Okay. Once there's a lull, I'm gonna say, oh, I have a friend that's in LaBelle. She told me a few things that doesn't seem to fit with everybody else. But I think her intel is more correct because she's actually there. She said that Ragnar is forcing anybody who doesn't want to follow him. He turns them into slaves or kills them, basically. The armies are still free. He's basically the people in charge are basically giving the cities and towns to Ragnar. So the same military and police and everything is still in charge. Also, he's making everybody worship him like he's a god. So it seems like it's a little worse than we thought.
Oh, Weavers.
Luckily, LaBelle is still free at this point, but I just wanted everybody to know what you said.
Well, I guess we don't care.
I'm just staring at my food, eating with a scowl on my face, mumbling things that you. That's all I'm doing.
Anything else anyone wanted to say?
Well, I don't know how that really changes anything. I mean, we knew this guy was bad in the first place, and I mean, killing a lieutenant and making this guy my enemy is even more worrisome to me now. But I guess the question is, do we want to then spend a day? Oh my! Do we want to spend a day trying to root out this spy or rat here, and then make our way to LaBelle, or what? How does this change?
What do you guys think? Wink, Tink, Waldo?
Well, we have a spy here. Shouldn't that be our first order of business? Just see what we can get from him. Sounds like you did mention he has some connection to the yes, to the mines where we found the entryway into the Fey realm. It might be interesting to follow up with him, find out more about the owner of those mines.
Waldo?
Whatever you guys want to do.
In my opinion, 1 or 2 days isn't going to change that much. That other group has a much longer. We have basically a month head start. I think the more information we can get, the better off we're going to be. And if they are a spy, they might be spying on us in the first place. So getting rid of that will increase our odds long term.
Mhm.
What do you think?
Yes, I think the more information, the better, really. If he can provide us some info on his organization, I think that's a good place to start.
Plus, if he's the owner of the mine and he is the spy or a spy, he's probably in charge of the spy. If there's a spy network in this area, he's probably in charge of it or knows who is. And with our with the a door to the Fey realm right under his nose, it'd be good to stop it before it gets bad. Because if Ragnar gets
That's a good.
access to that, it could be trouble.
How do we know about the spy again?
I met with some back alley types last night trying to gather information on what the underground of the city was up to, and they seem to be in agreement that Ragnar is not a good person. They do not like him very much at all. That is how I got this information, that they themselves have been trying to weed out their own who are against the city, so to speak. And this person is one they have not been able to get in contact with. They don't know if he's dirty or not. They would like us or someone to question him, so it's not exactly sanctioned by your friend Droll. Maybe you want to try to talk to him today to see if that's okay, or if he'll be willing to look the other way, since last time I tried to do something without informing him, it cost us all. Just something to.
Yeah, I mean, it sounds like we could make our next move could be Droll, and we could see where he stands. My dad gave him a thumbs up, and it would be good to give him a heads up because, like you said, we got a spanking last time we crossed him. You guys still eating? Are you that hungry?
Well, as I was about to say, if I do not wish to be in attendance for that, but is there any less savory work you would like me and or my brother to do while you all take care of that, or as we try to prepare, potentially invade this man's property?
I think it's opposite. I think you really should be there because he tried to smooth things over last time. Maybe this will just solidify a ceasefire between the two of you.
I think we're ceasefired enough. He doesn't really seem to. Whatever hatchet or whatever is mostly out. I don't think there should be much issue. Maybe I'll see this as a thing of goodwill as well.
Well, if he has questions, it might be nice to have you there that could answer them, because we're not privy to that conversation.
Well, I've basically told you everything that I know. So if you tell him that, I would not be able to offer anything more. Like I said, I'm trying to be honest with you all. I understand the wariness, but I've told you all that I know. If there was more, I would try it. I would give it.
What do you guys think? Waldo, Wink, Tink?
I think it's a fine idea. I think letting him know about it wouldn't be harmful in any way and could benefit us if he has some additional information.
Do you know someone that you spoke to, Thadon? And he's a thief?
That's probably putting it a little bit nice. But yeah,
He's a thief, murderer, rapist.
I don't know about that last one.
Oh,
He seems a little bit better than that, but the other ones, yes. But to be
and
fair, I will fall into all of those categories as well. So does my brother.
Even the rapist part?
Not that one.
I don't want to be raped.
Neither do I. Nor would I want to do any raping.
He suspects that someone isn't loyal to him, and he thinks he might be a spy.
Not to him. it's not disloyalty to him or his organization. It is disloyalty to the city's stance on going against Ragnar.
Basically, no one wants Ragnar to take over.
Yeah,
And
even-
he's a Ragnar sympathizer, probably, possibly.
Yes, yes. Even the murderers and the thieves, my good friend Waldo, do not like Ragnar. So they are willing to. Their interests are the city's interests currently.
Right, but I mean, just because someone doesn't agree with you, does it mean they're a spy?
Agreed. That's why they just wanted us to question him. No killing, no murder. Just questions or breaking into his house, looking to see if we can find any connections. Nothing untoward other than a simple breaking and entering or light torture or however you all would like to question.
Well, if he's a bad guy, I'm okay with torture. We need to get this information. My family lives
Same.
here. We live here. This has to get taken care of.
Yes, I don't mind a little bit of torture.
Olivax looks a little sleepy. I don't see him, but Bautiste, or I cannot pronounce his new companion's name. What says the Church of Bahamut on torture?
His name is Blasius. Is his name?
Balasius.
Let's call him Blaze or something.
Blasius.
Blade.
Blasius.
Blasius. What's the view on what we are potentially preparing to do for this no good doer?
If he's a no good doer.
Again, yes, if. We do not know. I'm not saying he's guilty. Wow, Balasius. You are much more quiet than Ivan.
He's thinking. He looks. He's pondering your question, all the different aspects. He will say, "Bahamut does not postpone a matter of honor." That's all he'll say.
Interesting.
Yes.
That answers nothing.
Okay.
You should be a politician.
You
All
all
right.
right? Let us know what when you are planning to do something not honorable. Then
According to who?
I will find out, I suppose.
Yeah.
But
we don't have any ceilings on that harmful situation. If he's
yes,
bad,
but
he's bad, right?
that is true. So in that case, I and my brother will go, unless anyone else would like to join us, to go. Our good friend Wink. Perhaps you know some people who can get us some items. Maybe you can try to get some grappling hooks, other things like that to help our intrusion into this man's estate. Should we get permission, or at least a nod of, oh yeah, it's okay to do it behind whatever city council business, whatever, from Droll.
I have some
But-
things like that. You can go through my backpack in my room.
Yes, I do
I
have an
will get extra
adventurer's
rope
bag
to
as well.
tie and probably get extra rope to tie up these people, or chains or manacles or something, and then gags for them as well. Just in case we don't want to go in there planning to kill anyone, but just to make sure that they're not going to cause us any problems.
How many
Well-
do you think we might find?
I
Looks
was
like
just told this place was heavily guarded and that they have been unsuccessful in getting people into the estate.
I
Maybe we could
see.
use
So-
them as a diversion.
I can talk to him about that, but I don't feel like he's willing to give up more people in this endeavor. Sounds like he kind of passed the baton to us, so to speak, but I can always inquire. Maybe Droll will send some people that can cause a distraction for us. Maybe as some city guards to go talk.
Droll might be able to just call them in.
Ooh, that too.
Well, suddenly I'm wondering if we're all qualified for this kind of endeavor. Is this something that we might want to send the Sluthier aspects, those of us who have some skill, and kind of scope the area first, or do we want to all go charging in like we did with the Goblin King? That didn't go quite as planned, from my point of view.
No, I definitely agree to that. I can try to scout ahead. However, the issue is if I am spotted, I'm pretty good at sneaking. However, if I am spotted or trigger something, it may make them wary tonight. So it's a little risky, but I can at least maybe scan from afar to try to get a count of guards or routes that the guards walk or something like that. So at least something safe, unless you all want me to try to take a closer look.
Well, I definitely think it would be important to get in some additional information first, whether that be having one of you go in invisible or scoping from afar. Maybe there are some spells we can obtain that can provide that for us. I'm not sure, but I know that if we go in headstrong, I think we might be hurting before the end of the night.
Okay. If everyone's in agreement, I will scout ahead. Perhaps you and my brother, since his scouting abilities with his legs as they are. Perhaps we can
forgot
go with
about
you
that.
and you guys can find what we can find what we need. But I can definitely scout and at least gather some information so I'm not going in completely blind.
I
Did we
think that
find
would be
Tink
great.
some help?
Actually, Waldo, can you turn into small animals?
Yeah.
Perhaps you and me can go scouting then, if you were so inclined.
Are you scared of spiders?
The only creatures I'm scared of are those that can swallow me whole or tear me limb from limb.
I'll try to stay small then.
Hey, guys, again, we could just, Droll might just be able to call him in. Why don't we go talk to him? See what he says. Adjust from there.
Can we get Tink some help?
Well, Tink doesn't want help. We already told him we can help him today, and he said, I'm not
Just
paying
look
for
at him.
anything.
Just look at him.
Yeah, he's grouchy. But he wants to steal everything. He's not worth, he's earning something or
He's our
trading
friend.
for it. I don't understand.
He's our friend.
Enzo, please help. I don't have any money.
Look at him.
Yes, you do.
Just look at me.
You have money and you have things to sell that you can get money or trade for.
I can't.
You can't what? I don't understand.
I just can't.
Well,
Oh,
see,
well, that's not going to work, obviously. Brother, I need to go shopping and I need some hands.
Well, as I said, for the potential plan, you and Wink potentially could go shopping since he is quite skilled or adept.
Need your strong hands.
As I told you last night, I will find what you're looking for.
I don't want to wait. And
Brother, I'm gonna put my hands on his shoulders. Deep breaths, count to 10,
that
just like.
hurts. That hurts.
Oh,
Take your
oh my
hands
God.
off of me.
I will hover over his shoulders, and just be like, "Take your breath, count to 10. Remember what the old lady said. Sing it with me. Meditation makes us happy. We don't need
No,
to rush
stop.
in.
Stop.
Meditation's happy." Okay. Well,
Listen.
I liked it.
Listen, I don't ask for much. I just need you for 10 minutes. Like Enzo said,
Tyler,
I should take care of myself.
Tyler, make a persuasion check against me.
Oh, boy. Well, that's a 6 and that's a 7. So, that's an 8 total.
Brother, I understand what you're feeling. I am going to help
Do
you.
you? Do
I-
you?
I have been a monster my whole life. You've been a monster for a few days. I'm so sorry that
don't
you get
know
to
what
taste
it's
of what
like.
it feels like.
To have your beauty taken from you.
You are correct, because I've never had it. So
So don't
As I
pretend
was-
you know how this feels.
I once again know what it's like to be a monster.
Can I not have 10 minutes of your time?
Fine.
Thank you.
All right, so it sounds like we're splitting the party. Some of you are going to visit Droll. I'm just repeating back what I've heard. And
Guys, I will be back in 10 minutes if you want to wait.
you
Yeah,
guys wait.
Clean up and get dressed and get ready. Can wait 10 minutes.
Okay. So
Thank
we
you.
will.
I'll start cleaning the table, clean off the table, bring everything back, do the dishes.
Already done.
All right, what would you like to do, Tink and Theron? TNT.
I don't know. I'm here for him.
We're gonna pull the mystery bag. And I know you remember what that one is.
And why can't we just wait and take from the one who deserves it?
This guy deserves it.
This
Trust
guy.
me.
Which guy?
This guy I saw while I was shopping yesterday.
So you saw a
He
guy
one-upped
shop.
me, brother. And I cannot let that stand.
Would you rather one up him when you are in full health? Is he within 10 minutes? Are we pulling this off in 10 minutes with zero
Yes,
preparation?
It's what time is it in the day?
It's early in the morning.
Is the market open?
Sunrise, so people are probably traveling too. It's the middle of the week.
Okay, yes, this will take 10 minutes.
Why do you do this to me? Okay, fine. Okay, but okay. Here's the deal, brother. Here's the deal. I am willing to do this for you. However, when things go wrong, next time you listen to me.
I listen to you all the time.
You listen to name the last time you listened to me.
You literally woke me up last night and I listened for
Wow,
like literally ever.
that's the card you're playing. All right.
Okay, so mystery bag. Do you remember the steps?
Brother, we invented this together. Of course I remember them.
Okay. We walk to, we sneak to the market where I remember where that diamond vendor is.
Yes, you go to the plaza.
You're stealing from oh my gosh.
Okay.
Okay. We will get lost in the crowd. Is he like behind an alley? Can we get above him by any chance?
No alleys, just buildings behind them.
Are you guys gonna go YouTube? Because I was gonna follow you guys.
You can totally follow us.
Yeah, you could totally follow us. Waldo.
He maybe try to be hidden. He can totally roll for stealth.
Yeah, I mean, if you want
Are you
to
trying to be
sneak.
stealthy, Waldo?
Are
Are
we
you-
hiding? Are we hiding?
Oh, you're gonna say that to them?
Yeah.
What do you want me to do?
Hold on. My brother. If this is the area where we're stealing, it seems like we're stealing from a vendor. Remember what I told you last night about the falciere keeping an eye on me. Speaking of that, I will make a would you like me to do a perception or investigation check, my good sir?
Guidance.
If is this something that you're just actively always looking over your shoulder, or is there a specific time and place?
I mean, I'll
Is
just
there-
use my passive.
Yeah, if you're just actively looking like all the time, then I
I
would.
won't. No, I won't do it all the time, but I will take specific times to just like now when we're gonna do something
Like every once in a
very
while,
illegal.
you actively look for them.
Yeah.
Sure, you can make a perception check to see if you have the attention of anyone.
Guidance.
All right. So 16 plus a D4. Anything of mine roll a D4. This rolls a D4. So 3 more. So 19 total.
So, as far as your perception, if you were just going without covering yourself, you get a lot of like indifferent stares at you, like people
Mhm.
not liking a bugbear around.
Yeah.
Well, is that you're really tall. As far as like noticing potential like people following you, you don't get that vibe. You just get the vibe like that people don't like you around. Some people don't like you around here.
Okay. So it's just a normal day. All right.
Yeah. But like Waldo, since you haven't spent a lot of time with the Dawn, you do get like uneasy with all these looks at you. Like you feel like you may have done something wrong.
Oh no. I imagine my walk is like how Jar Jar Binks walks, like
Yeah, with the out of care in the world.
This is not going well. You both stand out way too much.
I'm so sorry. It's almost like we've come across similar problems before.
I can change that.
Well, like I said, my mind is foggy. What? You could change what, Waldo?
You want me to change? The way
Into
I
what?
look?
Can you turn into a normal looking person? A human?
What, baby?
Okay. Here's what I want. I'm gonna we're gonna walk past. I'm just gonna say, follow me. We're gonna walk past the vendor and I'm gonna point the vendor out to Waldo. And I'm gonna say, I want you to turn into him when I give you the signal.
Brother, before we do this, I want you to be in full understanding of the situation you're going to put us in. Remember, we talked about learning from our mistakes. Remember the last time we caused problems for the group? Granted,
Listen.
Waldo is here helping us.
I have not stolen anything for like a week. As I whisper this, I have not stolen anything for a week.
Okay. Oh, I'm just look to Waldo and be like, I'm trying really hard here, man. Like, do you got any wisdom for me?
What are we trying to do?
Can I trust you, Waldo?
Yeah.
This man has
need help?
diamonds. Yes, this man has diamonds, and I need the diamonds. And he won't give them to me. So I need to procure them in an honest manner. Honesty is up for debate.
Well, I could just trade for diamonds.
Yeah, brother, he could just trade for diamonds.
Trade what for diamonds? The group would be so upset with me if I let you do that. I really want to let you do that, but I won't.
You think the group would be more upset with that than
Nobody will find out. Because mystery bag, it's a perfect plan. But
Okay.
no,
Waldo,
we're gonna do something a little different because you guys are you guys. I want you guys to and I'm gonna whisper, start a distraction, maybe like a fight or sing a song and then I'll do what I need to do and do it for 30 seconds and then walk away and meet me back at the tower.
All right, Waldo, what would you like to do to cause a distraction? You want to just turn into an animal, or do you want to pretend fight? What interests you the most, my good friend?
It could be a giant spider.
Okay. Would you like me to just try to start a panic, or try to fight you?
I think they'll already start panicking.
Okay. I am going to just stand behind him and prepare a silent image spell to, like, whatever his transformation is going to look like, to make it like even more horrifying and scary without him seeing what I'm doing, is my attempt.
Okay.
What's our plan? What are we doing?
So from what I'm understanding,
You're
is
causing a distraction.
you were going to
You-
turn into a
I'm
giant
just answering
spider.
your questions.
Yeah, we're gonna be a distraction, and then he is going to somehow steal these diamonds without anyone being the wiser.
How busy is the
It's the
diamond
early
vendor?
morning. It's not busy at all, is my guess.
Yeah, what is the market look like right now, DM?
Yeah, the early morning, this is the time when people are coming to set up, but there aren't any shoppers quite yet. Some people come early, like to get like all of the vendors that sell food and stuff. They usually have a lot of people there early to buy because that's when it's freshest. But like the side that you're on, because you wouldn't, yeah, people like go into sections naturally. So you're in a section that doesn't have the early morning riser people. So it's less busy on your side of the plaza. Where you are.
Are we close to the food vendors, or that just like that's too far away around the
That's
corner? or
going to
whatever?
be farther away. That's like 100 feet plus away.
Is this a jewelry store we're gonna go into, or is it like a
Not a
little booth
store.
outside?
It's like people set up a table outside and then people set up next to them and make like a farmer's market type of thing
Okay,
in the plaza every day.
with like a little thing overhead to cover from sun, maybe?
Yeah, some people will bring some people will bring like a wagon and then just pull out the end so it like goes over like a
Are the diamonds in a locked case?
Are you asking me or are you asking Tink?
You? But I'm just trying to get details to figure out what we're doing here.
Well, they're on a blanket that is on a table. And the blanket is smaller than the table, so they don't roll around. And the vendor stands right behind it, like with his hand on both sides of the blanket, looking around. That's the scene.
That's pretty ballsy.
I have a plan.
I don't
I
think
have
he
a
wants those
plan.
diamonds.
I have a plan. Okay. I am going to wait for them to cause a distraction. Again, it needs to be close to the vendor. So all of the other vendor people are looking at this distraction, song, dance, whatever they want to do. And I am going to I've broken away from them. I don't want to be associated with these people. And I'm going to wait for the distraction, and then I will do my deed.
All right.
So what do you want me to do?
Just said distraction. So you want to turn into a spider to cause it? That should work. He just said distraction.
No, but I'll die. They'll kill me.
Oh, I mean, you could just charge towards the nearest alley, like head towards that area, and then like head towards the side and transform back and be like, oh no, there's a spider down there.
That's funny. Hmm.
While they're thinking, DM, what is the vendor wearing?
The vendor is wearing leather shoes, pants made of cloth. They're wearing a long sleeve tunic.
Okay.
And they're wearing like a what's that called? Like a hood.
Yeah. What
Cloak?
color? What color's the cloak?
It's just gray, brown
Gray.
colors.
Okay.
Very muted.
Okay.
Whites, tans.
What's
Wha-
the ground?
There are guards around. The plaza is cobblestone.
Okay, so it's not dirt. It's not dirt.
No, it's cobblestone.
Okay.
I'm gonna, while they're still thinking, I'm going to go hide somewhere real quick, just so nobody can see me. And I'm going to disguise myself as the vendor and put up my hood, and then wait for the distraction to start.
Easily doable. No one's really paying attention to you.
I'm so nervous.
Okay.
You're so nervous. I think this is a terrible idea.
I think it's gonna work.
All right, Waldo and Tadon, what is the distraction?
Right, Waldo, do you just want to start a fight?
There's a lot of things.
Something that is important is there are guards posted up around this place. From any point, you could probably see 3 or 4 of them from any place where you look.
What if I turn into a horse and you ride me? And I kick down the table and the diamond falls. And then we get it.
We
And we
could.
run away on the horse.
I think he just wants a distraction. What we could do is you could transform into a horse. I like that, and we could pretend that you get hurt, like you break your leg, and you could just feign it as a horse. I could be like, "Someone help me! My horse is in trouble," or,
You could say, he needs a diamond.
we could say that.
Hey, you.
I'm just trying to not draw attention to the diamond guy. That seems to be not part of the plan. But I really want to do it. Don't get me wrong. I really just want to yell out, my horse needs a diamond, quick,
I've
somebody.
never done that before, so I don't know.
I liked your spider idea. I thought that would work really good for causing a distraction. But like there are guards here.
Yeah, I would die.
I don't think you die. Like I said, we could start a fight. You could turn into a horse and like start like freaking out while I'm on top of you. I could fall and pretend I'm injured. I mean, there are things we can do. Whatever you feel comfortable with. I don't want to push you in anything, Waldo.
I mean, can't you just go invisible and take them and run?
This is my brother's plan. I don't even want to do this at all.
Do you have
I think it's a terrible
invisibility?
idea.
Do you have invisibility?
Have you
I don't
guys
have
even done
I
this
don't have
before?
invisibility.
Okay.
I thought you had invisibility, Tink.
I do. I was hoping he had an extra one.
Got it. All right. Do we have any Waldo? We're waiting on you, buddy. What are we doing? I guess Anthony, you guys are
What do
the.
you want me to do?
Okay. All right, Waldo. Here's what we're gonna do.
You're my friend.
We're gonna try the thing that doesn't cause us the most harm. So we're gonna have you transform into the horse. I'm gonna ride you, and you're gonna like hurt the stall. You're gonna pretend you see something that frightens you or spooks you or something like that. You're gonna start bucking around. like at a stall near where we're going. And then I'll calm you down. I'll pay off the guards or pay for the damages to this little stall next to us. Because my brother doesn't want you to just pay for the diamonds, because somehow that'll be less offensive than what we're doing now, or more offensive than what we're doing now. And hopefully that will be a distraction enough.
Okay.
Question about when you start bucking, when you say to the stall where you're going, can you please explain where that would be? Would that
It
be
would-
like towards the diamond one, or like
It
away
would, it would definitely be near the diamond one, probably like a stall, like either the stall next to it or the one second one away from it. Would probably be the one that he would freak out at. But first, we need to go down a hallway, an alleyway, and have you transform into a horse with nobody seeing. Because I think if you just turned into a horse in the middle of the street, that would be a little awkward.
Yeah, people think it's weird.
No, people are pathetic.
So do you guys have your plan?
Yep.
All right, so while they're setting up, DM, I pull out of my cloak my new homunculus servant from the gym in the that I have. And it's just in the shape of a rat, and I let it loose on behind where the this dude is.
Okay.
And I just want him to wait behind there. Do you need a link to homunculus
I'm
servant?
just trying to. I assume it can understand a language because its intelligence is 10. I just don't know about commands. I don't see anything about it, so I'm assuming it can understand commands. However, I don't know if it would know what every object is. I'm assuming so, because magic.
I think I can command it just like at will, but there's not a whole lot of information on these things.
It doesn't say. I would assume it's similar to a whatever invisible servant is, which is similar level spell. Is it tiny servant? I forgot what it's called. Something similar. Okay. Okay. So you're letting this rat just run behind him. Is that what I'm understanding?
Yes. I'm just gonna tell it. So do you want me to be able to just take its commands verbally, or?
I would assume it's verbal.
Okay, I'll just tell it, when you hear me say the word diamond, I want you to cast invisibility on the target.
So the homunculus can cast a spell from
Yeah,
rat.
he can cast a spell. I can cast a spell through him.
Okay. Yes, I see that. Okay. Okay.
All right. So me and Waldo are gonna go into an alley. I check to make sure no one's watching us, that there's no one who's gonna see what we're about to do. He transforms into a horse. But this is perception, right?
Yep. So you're a horse, and
I'm a war horse.
21, baby. 21 for my perception check to make sure no one's
Yep, you
spotting.
throw a cloak over, like a big cloak that you use over him. So when he transforms into a horse, it just is like over his back. So it's less conspicuous. And then I will say, Tink, you do notice that they are walking really close to where the diamond guy is. You
Okay.
remember last time a distraction occurred, he immediately
Yes.
grabbed his blanket in one full swoop.
Yes, I remember this.
So
There's no sort of alleyways or exits behind him?
there are, so it's a square. Imagine this. Let me just pull the map.
Okay.
Scroll in. Of course. Okay. Can you see the map?
Yes.
You guys are in the square.
Okay.
You guys would be like, this is where the Platinum Sanctuary is. These are the backs of buildings. You
Okay.
guys would be in this section.
Are
but
those
there are
lines? Are the
streets.
lines alleyways or no?
No, these are just the ends of the buildings.
Okay.
Unless there is an actual gap, like this would be an alleyway. But these are all just connected buildings that share a
Okay.
wall.
Any windows?
And these backs, yes, they're higher up, like on the other building that you went through, which would have been over in this area.
Okay. If I could just go above him in a window, that would be ideal.
You're gonna climb in the window?
If I could go above him, and just hang out in a window.
He's
above him.
asking how you're getting up there.
Oh,
Also, they're not like up against, like their back isn't touching the wall. Like they have all of their stuff up against the wall, and then they're like, you know, between 6 and 10 feet in front. Because some people bring like their kids and stuff, so they
Yeah.
have like a section where their kids
Yeah.
play like behind their stall.
Yeah. Question. Will a human fit? I have a pretty large bag that I use for my bag of holding. Will a human fit in it?
Yeah, human can fit. Your bag of holding is full.
It's full
Yeah, you filled it with crystals.
all the way?
You filled it, the weight capacity is full.
Okay, I'm gonna hide him under my bed.
Gosh, that's a
I
lot
think
of
it holds
crystals.
500 pounds.
500 pounds worth of crystals.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna
that's
hide.
That's how
I'm
many
gonna-
crystals you guys.
I'm
They're
gonna hide 200 pounds worth of crystals under my bed in Enzo's place.
It's a lot of freaking crystal meth.
Hiding under his bed. That's like bulging out 500 pounds of crystals.
it's like a closet, overfilled closet, bro, under his bed.
Oh my gosh.
He has like all the bedding probably off his bed, like tucked in there, so you can't see. Okay.
Okay, so yeah, I don't need to go behind him anymore.
Okay. All right.
A lot of freaking
So the
crystals.
horse, you guys are walking. You guys are again probably like 2 or 3 stalls away from the diamond guy.
Yep.
You do not see Tink anywhere.
I wasn't looking for him. I'm just gonna trust him. Yeah, so I'm gonna like pat Waldo's neck and be like, it's time.
I'll do my horse trot. I'm a war horse, so
Are you doing like a dance, like a horse dance?
like I'll do like the most proper royalty horse walk. Then
Okay, he seems to notice you, Theron. As you start like walking behind him, he's like walking in a circle, like with his hooves, like going up and down, all fancy. And it seems to have gotten the attention of the people. They seem like,
If
Are you
yeah, but say
excited?
if he's gonna do that, if he's doing tricks instead of causing damage, I'm gonna. I wish I will. Hold on, let me look up minor illusion real quick. Somatic and material. Okay, somatic is words, right?
Act is moving.
Somatic is moving. Okay, in that case, that'll be easy enough. I will just like kind of like reach down into my pouch and like move my hand inside my pouch and cast minor illusion and just pull out some fake sugar cubes like in my hand and be like, okay. It's like, okay, I was like, okay, you wanna do this here? All right, boy. Apparently you could smell them. And I'll just be like, 2 more tricks.
I'll dance around.
Make a
There's-
performance check,
If
Waldo.
there's obstacles that are low enough to jump over, I'll jump over them.
Oh my gosh.
There are
Someone's
people,
cart.
there are people walking around.
I'll kill someone.
You can't like trot or anything.
Performance would be 0. I rolled a 17, so that's 17.
Yep, people like there's the crowd starting to form, but they're making like a wide circle around you, leaving like an open for the back people so they can see.
I'm gonna turn to my brother and cast message, and I'm gonna say, can you cast silence on the target?
Okay,
Do you have silence?
the message.
He did too.
So he
Also,
doesn't squeal.
You
I
had
don't have that
silence.
spell.
Oh,
I don't
thought you
have that
did.
spell.
I thought I heard you say you had it earlier. It was
I have
just a
silent. I have
precaution.
silent image. It's not the
Oh.
same thing at all.
Okay, never mind. Then no problem.
Yeah, so those were cast silence. So I'm just be like, I'll just like wave my hand like no, Mr. Horse, and like play along, like dance with them, start dancing with my horse.
Okay, what's happening? Team.
Me?
Yeah, you.
It's all, dude. Where did the distraction? It's your go time. You just told us to cause a distraction. It's all on
All
you
right.
now.
I am going to make sure that the stalls around the target are distracted.
Everyone seems to be paying attention to the horse.
All right, and what's the target doing?
Just standing behind his table, both hands on the table like this, and he's just looking like bobbing his head.
Okay, I'm going to have my bag of holding and ready, and just in my regular voice, I'm gonna walk up to him. And when
Okay.
I'm about an arm length towards him, I'll say, hello, sir, I hear you're the best diamond vendor in the area. And at that point, I want Ratty to cast invisibility on him.
He goes invisible.
I take my bag of holding and put it over the target.
Um,
How wide is this guy? This is a bag.
It's I purposely got like, you know, those duffel bags that you can like unzip or like
the bag is wide enough to go over.
Okay.
Think of like Santa's bag. That's like the bag of holding he has. However, the bag is not invisible,
no, the bag is not invisible.
so it goes
For
over.
him.
He's gonna fight him.
Yeah, you should probably
Yeah,
have like
probably
you should probably have like
strength
a
or strength or
yeah, it'd either
his-
be a dex or
he-
athletics check, I would think.
Because he doesn't know he's invisible. He just sees you approaching.
Yeah,
So you need to make an athletics check.
come on, dog. You know I'm terrible at that.
I rolled
With
a 9.
well, I have disadvantage.
You
Yes, you
ugly
do.
man.
And I have -2. Okay. That's an 18.
My gosh,
That's a 13.
No way.
that's pretty good for a negative
Amazing.
disadvantage.
Okay,
So that's on scale.
I will say that one of the people next to this vendor do see
That's okay.
this happen.
They see me.
They
All
see
they
you
see
go
me
like-
is take a bag over something.
They
It's-
see-
he's invisible.
because he's okay. So envision this: you are on one side of a table, and he is on the other side of a table. They then see.
Sorry, maybe I described that incorrectly. So like imagine I'm walking to him like from the booth that's next to him and like walk to the side of his booth.
Okay, so you like walk inside of his booth with him.
Not
Because there's like a line of tables that separate like the vendor. Think of like a farmer's market.
There's no like separation between the tables.
There are, but
Okay,
usually like
that's
people
good.
don't walk behind it is what I'm
That's
trying to
okay.
say.
I'm going to just like step in between the two and say my phrase. Hey, I hear you're the best diamond vendor in the valley. I want him to be within arm's length of
Yeah,
me, so I
it's
can just
within
like
arm's reach of you. However,
step
there is
in.
a table.
step
So
in. and-
the vendor who sees would have seen you, two figures that look identical. One disappears.
I have my hood up, dog. Does he see me? Like
I thought
is he
you disguised self as him.
yeah, but I put my hood up.
Yeah, so
So-
he's like identical people. One has the hood up, one doesn't.
Okay.
But to them, they look identical. One disappears, and then they see a bag go like this. Let me roll one more time. Okay. They are going to
It was not distracted enough, I guess.
they were distracted, but
Tyler, perception checks exist.
when someone approaches a table next to them, they kind of pay attention a little bit more in
Okay.
case things were to happen.
I'm cool with that.
The person next to them is going to say, Milton, are you there? What happened? What was that? It's like you teleported a bit.
That illusionist over there, he's messing with my mind. Did you see that rat scurrying away? And I'm gonna have the rat thing scurry under the table.
Oh my goodness, there's a rat. And
And I'm gonna pick up at that, or as she says that, something else can happen at the same time. But I would like to pick up the bag of diamonds and say, just like, there's a rat. What's happening?
okay, so you are able to swipe it. If I'm in a bag of holding and I kick around, I would assume the bag would move. I don't know. Input from
I
you
don't know.
guys. Waldo?
It's has extra space. You don't go to like another plane or anything, according to the
So
description.
if I
It's
go in a
just-
bag of holding, am I floating? Or can I feel the bag around me?
It's like the space, I guess, is like amplified, so there's just more space in there.
I think creatures that are awake try to break out. Can't they try to climb out of the bag?
I think it does say something. I know the portable hole says it's like DC 10 to get out.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure creatures can try to get out if they're
Um,
conscious.
Let me look it up real quick. But yeah, it seems like the vendors have paid attention to the rats, and it basically just looks like you glitched out for a second, like you were one spot and then like moved really quickly, and it looks like you were like shaking a bag. So they're like tripped out, but then they got distracted by the rat, and some of them are grabbing their wares, so they're not like, they don't think it's odd that you grabbed your wares or as well.
Right. That was the idea. And he seems like a skittish person. So I'm gonna say, I don't know about today. I think I'm just gonna go home and I'm just gonna start walking and say, I'll see you guys tomorrow.
It's a DM ruling. So the portable hole is just like a cloth that unfolds, and there it is. A bag, you can actually cinch it shut. So that's where he would have to come out of the opening. So
Says that a bag of holding can be opened from the inside. So I'm going to try to break out.
Okay.
You'll want to roll athletics, or no, just roll strength with disadvantage. I rolled a 3.
Oh my gosh.
It's
I
the
can't
same.
believe I rolled that.
That's
You're
a
saying there's a
13?
chance.
How is this plan working?
That is a
I mean, what
12.
could go wrong?
That's a 12.
So you hear mumbling and like the bag like at the top like move, but it does not enough to open.
And I'll say, there's rats. I'm carrying you to safety.
There's rats. There's rats. There's rats
Okay.
everywhere.
Shona, when you have a second, just needs you.
So you pull it off. Don't
So
know what.
I
just
just was the
go-
worst plan ever. I can't believe
just-
it worked.
I just want to go to like
Yeah, how far are you going?
I'm going to are there any fountains around? Or
Yes,
like
There's a
are
fountain in the middle of the plaza.
are loud places something that's really loud?
You're in the loudest place in the city.
Um
Maybe if you went out to one of the mining places, but that's quite a walk.
yeah. I'm going to I'm just gonna go to a fountain and dump them into the fountain and run away.
There are actually two. Yeah, there's two fountains. One has water, one doesn't. The
In
one
in the marketplace.
in the plaza, there is a fountain, but it doesn't have water. On the other side, like behind where the Platinum Sanctuary is, there's another big plaza, and there is a working fountain in there.
I'm just, you know what? I'm just gonna freaking once I'm out of the market, I'm just gonna run and just keep saying rats, 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 and just go to some secluded place.
You're running at half speed with bowed legs.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, no, because you are doing that, but people don't see that. They see your illusion. Okay. And where do you drop this person off? Because this will matter.
I'm just going to
Or are you keeping him in there?
no, what he doesn't have long, actually.
10
so
minutes of air.
yeah, so I'm going to just take him to just a secluded place, an alley, maybe.
All right.
And pull him out of my bag.
You
He's
open up
still-
your bag.
Is he still invisible?
Yeah, you can't see anything when you open it.
Yeah, and I'm gonna say,
Oh my gosh, I rolled
I'm
another.
gonna,
Okay.
I'm gonna say to him, Ragnar sends his regards, and I run away.
Okay, 1 second. They're gonna try to grab onto the bag. I rolled a 2. Can you make another strength?
Oh my gosh.
Don't roll
That's a
lower than a
natural.
2.
That's a natural 20, and that's an 8, so 6.
Okay, you're able to rip it
Oh.
away.
Can't believe it.
However, they will pursue you,
This poor man.
but you cannot see them.
Also, remember, this man is losing air. I don't know how long he's been in that bag, but
No. He said he ran to an alley, let him out, so he
Okay.
has plenty of air.
okay.
Person is invisible.
Can you drop the spell, Kyler?
Yeah, he is
I'm
concentrating on it. Okay, so you run away. Let me see
I
if they
run
catch
away. I drop the spell.
you. You see, okay, as you drop the spell, you see him like run into like some boxes on the side and fall over. I rolled a crappy roll again. You're able to lose him.
This poor guy.
It's innocent bystander.
Yeah, let me tell you what you got. You got about
Terrible day.
Do you
100
say,
gold. Sorry, what?
if you say less than 200 golds worth of diamonds, I'm gonna. How much did I get?
Yeah.
I didn't even think of that.
Yeah, do it again.
Yeah, there's so this person had diamonds. However, they also sold other gems. It seems like the gems that they sell are indicative of what is found in these mines, which unfortunately for you are not diamonds. However, they did sell diamonds. You got about 100 gold pieces worth of diamonds. You got about 200 gold pieces worth of emeralds. And you do have similar, like small, like teeny tiny crystals that you found in the Feywild. You see like very small pieces of those as well that this person is selling.
Okay. Okay. I'm just going to
We have the pure crystal. 500 pounds of it.
yeah, I'm gonna frick, dude.
Get back to the inn. Wink and Enzo, they get back. Waldo, I don't know when you turn out of a horse. I'm assuming.
Oh yeah, we wouldn't do it for very long. Like we don't want to make a huge scene. So after like a few things, I'll do like a bow and tell everyone that if they want these fine bread steeds to go to that, what was that one shop that we went to? That one family?
Alloy Barnes.
Yes, to go to the Barneses who have the best steeds in all the land. And I'll get back on Waldo and just trot away.
Yep.
Cool beans. You guys make it back successfully.
I'm offended that worked. I'm hurt on a personal level.
Hey, mystery bag never fails.
I rolled 9 was the highest I rolled out of all of this, except for the perception.
I still don't understand, if you refuse to pay for something, how are you going to use these to pay for something?
I'm because now I'm trading, and you just
Well, you would be trading with the crystals that you stole the Feywild.
Hey, don't mess with my logic here.
Don't kink shame Tyler.
He was selling little crystals that had a sliver of what you have in pure form.
500 pounds worth.
It makes no sense. You have the most money.
What I really hope,
by far, out of
I wonder
anybody in
how
the
much
group
that
all
stuff
put
worth.
together. and
Bo,
you don't-
Bo, I want to roll right now. If I roll a nat 20, I want the Jerry to steal those gems. He just got stuffed under his bed that they just like ransacked our rooms while we were gone
Hey,
and
you
stole
shut
it
your
from
mouth.
him. That's what I want to have
And
happen.
those parents. Ooh, okay.
They're under my bed. They'll never.
You roll a
find it.
natural 20. You never know. What'd you roll, Ryan?
Hold on, I don't know how to roll just a 20. I'll just roll a hit and we'll see if I
Just
get
roll
it.
a bunch of times so you get it.
Just roll till I get it. I'll just roll a natural hit, see if I get a 20.
Don't encourage this.
No, I did not. I did not get it.
Hey, the dice must be as part of the storytellers. So, all right. What do you guys want to do now?
Are
man.
my rocks still there? My gems.
Yes.
Okay, I put them back in my bag, and then I put the diamonds I just stole under the bed. I'm guessing they won't fit in my
Under
bag
the
of
bed.
holding if it's full.
Just under the bed, guys.
If you
Just
put them on
under
your
the
person, you don't
bed.
have to put them in the bag holding.
You never carry contraband on your person.
It's a fair point.
Anyway, yep, that's what I do. I make
I'm
a
gonna
swap.
look around. Hey, you guys are back already? How'd it go?
Without a hitch.
Good to hear. So I'm still wondering how you're gonna do this without trading or buying it, but maybe you could, like, I don't know, talk them into it. Do you want to get fixed first, or do you want to go to Droll?
Is there a diamond vendor in town? I need to swap some things out for diamonds.
Yeah, I mean, they mentioned it before. I think his name's Sinclair.
Oh, is that his name?
I'm gonna cross with my brother on the back of the head, executioner style.
Sinclair.
Yeah, he's been buying diamonds and crystals lately, so he's the guy to go to. That's what Droll said.
What do you know about Sinclair? Pretty
I
bad
know
guy?
nothing. I haven't.
Oh,
I've heard of him,
yeah.
but Droll said he's been buying crystals and diamonds.
You lived here your whole life and you don't know who he is. He seems like a pretty shady character.
I
You
only
would
know people I deal with in my tavern. I don't know everybody.
You would know that Sinclair is one of the noble houses, and you would know that he is the general of the forces in the area. That's what you would know.
Sinclair, I know he's up in the military, maybe a general,
Yeah.
and he's one of the noble houses.
Yeah, he likes to beat on people, probably.
And he's a
That's why
tiefling.
Oh, he's a tiefling?
Oh, and he's one of those cat people. I hear cats are untrustworthy.
Crap. If he was a tiefling, I might not have gone through with that whole thing if I knew that. It is what it is.
So, do you want to go? What do you want to do? We need to get going. You've been gone all morning.
Let's just go see Droll.
All right.
All right. You guys go see Droll. Frog lets you up. Frog is very excited to see Tink. And he says, I've been waiting to talk to you.
Little frog. Talk to me, my man. But let's have the adults go up and talk to the big guy first.
Oh yeah, yes, of course.
Oh, thank you. I'll talk to you later.
He'll lead you all up,
Okay.
and he'll tell you that he'll be in his workshop whenever you're ready. Just knock the amount of times you think is necessary.
And I'll do the dot 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 dot.
He'll open right away and say, "Oh, are you ready?" Droll comes in. Says that he's very busy and has a limited amount of time. Are you wanting to be teleported to LaBelle right now? You guys ready?
No, Droll, we have a few questions for you.
Yes, we might need to make this short, but yes, how can I
Is it possible to extend whatever you have going on? This might take a little longer than a couple minutes.
depends. What is this about?
Well, we'd like information about anything you might know about where we're going, who, if anything we're gonna run into. Does anybody else have any questions? I know that. Oh, where's Olivex? Didn't Olivex send something out for everybody?
You wanting to know about the city of LaBelle? What do you pulling up?
You sent a bunch of questions.
I'll write
Oh,
another
okay, I got it.
question. And,
All right, you want to ask these questions that he has here on Discord?
Yeah.
Okay, he will. I'll answer these. All right, so Olvax will ask who is the White Hand. They heard the orcs mention will surrender when the White Hand speaks. And Droll will say, the White Hand is a god of the orcs, and the story is quite tragic. Let me pull it up real quick. I have it written down. Let me answer some of these other ones. What are my long-term motivations or goals? Obviously, the protection of Alloy is my #1 priority, and making sure there's peace amongst our city. What's the overall state of the realm? Who is in charge? Obviously, Queen Emily is in charge. However, Ragnar the Invincible is making a claim, calling himself Overlord of Laroa, and has put out this Black Iron Pact, which most of the cities have signed, forfeiting the Queen's rulership and transferring it over to Ragnar. How are we to relay information to Droll regarding what we learned on the chain? That is up to you guys how you would like to relay information to me. If you want to purchase some sending scrolls via magic, or you can send a raven. You could teleport back here. That is up to you. Other
Have
questions?
you heard that? I hear that ravens aren't safe anymore. Ragnar
It's
is
not safe anymore.
ravens.
It is possible that some of the southern lands do not are being infiltrated by ravens. However, I send most of my ravens to Gargashal, the capital, and I haven't had any interceptions that I have heard of. But it is possible that they are being intercepted for the cities that have signed the Black Iron Pact. Yes. The White Hand, again, to answer the first question about the White Hand, he is a god that it's a saying when the White Hand speaks. It's an orcish saying, basically meaning never, because the god who this is referring to, whose name is Yurtrus, cannot actually talk. His voice was taken from him. He is cursed with silence for eternity. So that's what that meant. leverage. Who is Papaleo? Papaleo is the house. It's a dwarven house. The rulers are called Valerius and Cornelia, are the rulers of the Papalea house, and they run the silver vein mine, which you all entered, as well as this family owns dozens and dozens of mines in Alloy. They have the majority on all of them. It's kind of like their monopoly. So they are a very powerful house.
How are they trustworthy wise?
What was that? How they trust?
Yeah, do you trust Papaleo and his group, his family? We've heard whispers that they are possibly working with Ragnar.
I have heard those claims. However, I have received no evidence of that. He is a big proprietor for wanting us to use the chain of Oroketh because we have the smallest army in the country, and he is worried that if they were to strike, that we would all perish. However, I think he's overstating what would happen to us. However, I do not know for certain. So maybe that's why most don't like him. I will say that he is sometimes very difficult to work with. For example, getting the map to this mine that I showed you guys the other day took a lot of work to get because he did not want to give it to me. Question from...
Do you mind if we look into him?
Who you guys look into is not my business. Just I
We
cannot
just don't want to
get you out of trouble
be
if you were
hard
to break the law.
feelings if we look into him and it gets back to you.
Look into
Let-
who
letting
you
you
wish. If you break the law, I do not endorse that, of course. And if you get caught doing something unworthy, I will not take ownership whatsoever. Master Tink, you ask how Ragnar has taken other cities by force, by threatening to kill. He has multiple armies that I know of.
Just like he sends a letter, says I'm gonna kill you, or does he send agents in first to cause
He
havoc?
has a sect of followers. They're not like cultists or anything that we have encountered. You might even see some if you're on the road south to Drebar. But yeah, they usually wear a cross, a red cross on the chest, or they usually have a necklace or like something that they hold. It has a bunch of different symbolisms. If you're interested in the religion of Ragnar, I'm sure there are some people in the city that could talk to you about that. I am no expert. I just know what I must. But yeah, he, as well as a lot of, if you are to sign the Black Iron Pact, you no longer have to pay taxes to the Queen. So a lot of people sign for that reason, because Ragnar no longer wants taxes. He just wants people to follow him. So to those that want gold and nothing more, they can keep it. Next question. Locating and rooting out the chain. As far as the bell goes, I mean, for those who haven't been there, it is a place of partying. However, that is just what you'll see on the surface. There are lots of things that happen behind the curtain, so to say. And there are a lot of powerful people that seem very innocent. As far as the chain, what I know, I do not have much information other than what I've gathered from the orcs here. They serve this Jawbreaker Govak, and they have someone named the Collector amongst their ranks. I don't know who that is. Like I mentioned, the Lady of Masks will be a further assistance in that regard. Any other questions for me?
Could you tell us about Sinclair and the crystals that he is finding? Do you know if they are from the Fey realm?
Sinclair, yes, he has approached me again this morning asking me if I could send Master, Master Wink, I believe, is the one who has the crystals, as he is very, very interested. House Sinclair, Octavius and Lavinia Sinclair, they are tieflings. Again, Octavius is the general of the forces in the area. Very honorable house. They have been one of the noble houses for generations.
But pretty shady though, right? Like a little bit.
No, not that I know of.
Um,
My predecessor had lots of great notes, things to say about them. It was the person he associated himself the most with. I myself have not been battle driven like my predecessor was. I have been more working with the guilds. That has been my priority.
all right.
But yes, I would urge you to please seek out Sinclair today or tomorrow, because he will not stop pestering me. I'm surprised he hasn't sent a representative to you already.
Have you
Yeah, I'll look
made
for him.
have you made any moves in regards with the information Olivex gave you about the location of the room?
I have not made any moves yet. I have been in communications with House Papaleo to see if they can grant me access. However, I have lots of hoops to jump through, lots of paperwork to fill out, lots of requests to make. House Papaleo is rarely in town. They travel quite a bit.
Could you
Always
give
seeking
us
out talent,
a few seconds, please?
of course.
Now I'm going to grab everybody and turn us around and pull us away while we look.
Droll is
See.
going to leave the room. He looks very busy.
Guys, this is the. Should we talk to him about it or no? It's now or never
About the cave.
about the room and everything
Hmm.
that comes with it.
I think tell him to keep it on the DL. Don't tell anyone.
Okay.
He can investigate it himself if he wants.
Everybody else okay with that?
Okay with it?
If he is willing to accept that it is something to keep between us, I think it would be wise. Rather than have him spread the word.
Agreed. Waldo?
Thought we already told him about the room.
We told them their location, but we haven't mentioned anything and how important it is or how to get in.
So what are you asking me?
Well, we're a group. Do you agree with us that we should talk to him about it?
I don't think it's a big deal.
All right. Well, this also could have to do with my sword and any negotiations we have with getting something out of what's in that room.
Droll comes back in the room. Was there anything else you guys wanted to discuss?
Wink, do you want to take this or you want me to talk to him?
Oh, go ahead. I'll just bring out the barrel of rum that I would like to be unshrunk. That'll be a request from me.
Okay. So Droll, I talked to my father yesterday and he said you're trustworthy. We have not been completely upfront with you about the room. And we would like to talk to you about that if you are willing to keep it between us.
My word is my bond, of course.
There's things in the room that could be very important. So please do
Okay.
not pass any of this information on to anybody else. We know how to get into it from when we went through it, unless something has changed. And what's in the room is significant.
Okay.
Um,
And what is it?
there is the first thing you're going to see when you go in is there's some very large crystals in there. And there is
Enzo, maybe we shouldn't explain the room. Somebody might be listening. Is there a way to find that out, Droll?
Is someone listening to our conversation now?
Yeah.
I mean, if they happen to be scrying on me or any of you at this very moment, it is possible.
is there a way we can shut that down?
Do not have the magic items to suppress such magic.
Is this the safest place to have this conversation?
It's the safest place in the city other than the chambers of Marcelo Lobosco himself.
Okay. There's also a very large and very impressive statue of an elf. I've never seen anything like it in my life. There was at least an entrance to the Feywild, which is how we got there.
Right. Mention that.
And we found a sword in there.
Okay. What kind of sword?
And I will pull it out and show it to him.
His eyes will go very big, and he will say, sheathe that sword right away, right now.
And I'll put it away.
Do not pull that sword out in the city ever again, unless you would like your throat to be cut. And he will sit, and he will say, he's going to start breathing, taking deep breaths, put his hands on his face, looking like he's stressed and just has a million things on his mind.
Droll, it's okay.
Do you understand the implications of that sword?
Yes, that's why we're coming to you. No one else knows about it. It's everybody in this room are the only people that know about it.
That sword is a curse. The sword is a curse because, number one, it can raise the Death Dragon, as it's just one tooth, as they call it. There are more. I have been searching for such of things, but I have learned that those that have held these swords have all been murdered, one way or another. These swords will call people to follow you. They will put you on a pedestal that you do not want to be a part of. And it will turn the eyes of the deadliest intelligences that this world has hidden. Having said all of that, Enzo, I do not know what you wish to become, but as a friend of your father's, if you wish to keep this sword, just know the risks that come with it and to be very cautious. It is more than likely, since you've already had it here for a day, that it has caught the attention of someone or something, near or far. And I will lend my aid as much as I can to protect this sword. If it were up to me, I would have you put it in a vault that I have here in my tower that Frog has built for me. But since you're its founder, the decision is yours.
He seemed genuine.
Yes, he does.
Yeah. So when he pulled the sword out, there wasn't like any envy or
Greed in his eyes.
It's like if someone were to show you the One Ring, that's like what his reaction was.
Oh no,
like-
that's not a good.
you asking.
Let
Yeah,
me
okay.
let me
Is it?
rephrase.
That's
Let
the
me
reaction.
rephrase.
It's not.
Whose reaction?
Power.
Let me rephrase.
Is it Gandalf's reaction or is it
Literally everyone's reaction, but Aragorn's was I want it.
or
Literally
Gandalf?
everyone.
Gandalf didn't want it either.
No, he did for
Okay.
a second.
Is
His
Frog in the room?
reaction was similar to that, whereas in like he understands the amount of power that it has and like how impressed he is with it. That was his reaction. But based on what he says, like it sounds like he has always dreamed of like wielding this type of weapon, but he understands like whoever has found it is its true owner. He doesn't believe that taking it is like the right thing. So that's what you gather from this conversation. that you-
Bo, are there any sort of magical promises, binding promises in this world that I can ask him to perform?
what kind of binding promises there are some magic users who make
Like
they
a
call
blood
it
oath?
they call it contracts. Make like some sort of bind with the so they can use the power of that creature. They like share power. Is that what you're referring to?
What about a blood oath?
What is the blood oath? What many types of blood oaths? There are blood magic. There is blood
Could we
magic.
do a blood oath with everybody in this room that we swear to secrecy?
Whoa,
I've
whoa.
already given you my word. I don't know.
I'm
feel like that
I'm
is-
definitely not doing that. He might do it though. He looks like he's really gonna cut his hand to make that oath.
I'll use his blood for my part,
I think he looks more like Camille.
for sure, dude. Actually, no, I don't know. He's a good mix. Well,
You'll say, well, that escalated quickly.
is Frog, do I notice if Frog is in the room or not?
Greg is in his workshop. He said,
Okay.
come knock when you're ready.
Just making sure.
Well, those
I
are our cards. We could tell you how to get in the room if you'd like.
I'm gonna cast minor
I mean,
image.
it's
and
about the
show him
room.
what the room
I feel
looks
like I've learned nothing about the room other than that it contained the sword.
I'm gonna cast minor image and show him what the room looked like,
Okay.
including the broken gym that was above the statue.
Okay.
So as the moat and everything, I'm pretty sure there's a poem on a plaque or something.
Yes.
and the statue, which I think is important.
Yeah, of course.
He will immediately say that is Arcturus, the Knight of Stars. And it seems like that is the sword you wield. The sword of Arcturus, the sword of stars, they call it. One of the teeth of the dragon. A legendary artifact. I would say that the teeth of the dragon is a story that is not told everywhere where I come from. It is not a story that I knew growing up. It is much to this country that I know of. I haven't traveled west to the other countries, but it's not a big story. So if you are traveling east, you shouldn't run into issues willing the sword. However, I do know that there are creatures that are searching for that sword. So
What kind of value would you place on this sword? I mean, to me, it seems like a bit of a red flag wherever you go. Potential enemies coming out of woodworks trying to murder you at any turn. So I wonder, would we be better served selling it and ridding ourselves of a
Right.
curse?
And then sharing the profits, obviously, because we all found it together.
Obvious, yes, of course. I just wonder.
Enzo, this
Man,
could put your family in danger. What say you?
That's why
yes,
they don't know
yes.
about it. That's why it's a secret. We need to get all the information we can before we make a choice.
the sword is
Well-
worth as much. It's not what there's not a price you can put on it. I mean, is whatever you are willing to sell it for is what you'll get for it. There's literally no number. You could buy the whole city of Alloy with that sword.
Enzo?
For some reason, that
You could buy
terrifies me.
every noble house with that sword. You could buy armies with that sword. You could buy kingdoms with that sword. You could potentially.
Enzo, think of the books, how many books you could buy by selling this sword.
Yes, I get it. I can make
Swords
best
should not be
library on
sold.
earth.
The sword should not be sold. The sword
not.
has its rightful owner, and it is Enzo's burden to carry. If you would wish to pass the burden on to someone else, that is his. I do
But
not.
what if you sold it to the queen or a king so that they could lock it away?
Well, he already said he can lock it away.
That is very wise. That is something that you could do. Take it to Queen Emily. She is the daughter of the greatest king this world has ever known.
Is she as trustworthy?
She is our queen. She is the personification of honor and beauty.
We're making this choice together. Yes, I have the sword in my possession, but
We can't just sell it to anyone because they can do evil, but if we sell it to someone that will lock it away, we get money, you get your monies, and we stay safe.
Well, my input as the city wizard is the following. Fate has brought you to this sword. The gods smile upon you, favor you. You have seemingly passed the trial of this sword to earn it, which would have been your journey to the Feywild. Now that you show me this room, it makes sense that you were trapped after you grabbed the sword. And if you wish to part with the sword, you should give it to the queen. However, I would say that since the gods have given it to you, you should find your path with this sword and become the leader this sword grants.
Obviously, as you know, we're not ready for that kind of journey at this point. And with us taking a detour to LaBelle,
How bad would it be if the enemy was able to get it from us?
Which enemy?
Any of them?
Worst case scenario.
Well, I'm not even sure all of the capabilities of that sword. If I had your permission, Enzo, I could cast a spell to see what the capabilities even are of this sword.
yes, of course.
I wouldn't touch it, Droll. It'll singe your ball hairs right off.
He's
Wait,
not
is he-
kidding.
Is he an elf? Are you
He
an elf?
lost
Droll?
his ball hairs.
I don't believe. We'll see. You'll see him cast magic on himself that makes him like illuminate a little bit, and then he'll approach you Enzo, and he'll just say if you can hold it, he'll cast the spell.
Okay.
And he'll cast the spell. And he will say that the capabilities the sword grants are not what makes it special. It is the innate powers within and what it does in the eyes of powerful beings, which make it special. The simple magic that I cast on this sword does not encapsulate its worth, rather a fraction of its power. And he will tell you all of the things that Lisara also told you about the sword. About the sponge capability to absorb elements, that it's +2, blah, 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 everything you know. So you don't learn anything new about the properties of it, but you seem to have learned more context of the sword.
Yeah, it solidified my thoughts. Do you have anything that a sword like this, if I was to leave it here where we go to LaBelle, anything I could use a quality sword?
Like something in exchange.
Yes.
A loner.
Something helpful but less
I'm sure I can
conspicuous.
find something, yes.
I would rather not do this and have a possible target from who knows from who and where and when.
I would have to
If
have
you
Frog
s-
dig through my archives, but I'm sure I have something that might be a replacement. Nothing even remotely close to this caliber, of course.
But do you have nunchucks?
I do not. You would find
Uh.
nunchucks up north.
That's too bad.
I hear Michelangelo has those.
What is his family name?
Pertal.
Pertal?
Splinter.
Pertal.
I am not familiar with House Splinter, but
It's a good campfire story.
Yeah, they live in a bit of a shell.
all right. Well, we're getting off topic. I will just, yes, I am willing. If you would like to leave it here temporarily, yes, I do have a vault made of lead. However, I will say that this sword cannot be hidden. There's no sheath that you can put the sword in that will hide it from people finding this. I can only be its protector temporarily. I do not wish to keep this for an extended period of time.
Could we have
Unless
walked
I'm-
into his lead?
You wish
Like-
to see it? No, you may
No.
not.
No, I'm saying, if we could have walked in there and talked, could somebody have scryed on us?
Yes.
Oh, well.
I don't think anyone has a reason to do that. We haven't given them one yet.
Yet. What do you guys think about just leaving it here and going on this mission and we decide afterwards?
Oh, I think that would be wise. We are going to be meeting some very large figures in the group that we are about to go and meet. So I think leaving it here would be intelligent, making sure that we aren't targeted as we go and meet with these large figures.
Anybody else? The Don? Tink? Waldo?
Well, my worst fears have just been realized with all these revelations about the blade. I knew it was trouble. But we still have our agreement with the Falciere. We still have our potential lead here. As long as this blade doesn't sink us to the bottom of fate, I am open for work.
You don't plan on traveling to LaBelle soon?
It looks like it's either going to be later today or tomorrow at this point.
Good, because in 3 days hence, I will be gone from the city for about a week or so.
What do you think, Tink and Waldo? You haven't said anything.
Oh, I think it's up to you. I support whatever you do.
You're so trustworthy, Waldo. I love it.
You gotta go with your gut. You gotta trust your gut, Enzo.
Okay. My gut says leave it here. Because if anybody notices it, it's could be death for all of us and our families. So let's leave it here. And if you can give me something in return that I can use, and then we could figure it out when we get back.
I'm fine waiting. I'm happy giving this sword to Droll, but it's not mine to give. I want nothing to do with this weapon.
All right, well, did you want to hold on to it until you have the replacement sword, or did you want to
What do you have?
now? I'll have to have Frog look through the archives. I don't know exactly what I have on hand. And so I can have Frog bring it by in a couple hours. Or I can send a raven to you.
You could just bring it to the tavern.
All right, I'll have Frog bring it, or a representative bring it.
Something similar length and size and weight would be great, because that sword is perfect for me.
He will get a piece of cloth and he will hold it out for you to put the sword into it.
Oh,
You put the sword into it.
Yes.
You will wrap it up really quickly. And he will.
As I'm handing it, I'm going to take a deep breath hesitantly and then let it go and then give it to him like I made a decision.
All right, he will. He's gonna walk with purpose upstairs more.
when he's far
Leaving
enough
you-
away, I'm gonna cast a message on him. I'm gonna say, a whispering voice. Now that you hold me, never let me go.
You were going to send that to Droll.
Yeah.
Okay. 1 second, please. Okay.
You son of a gun.
Returns like 3 minutes later, 5 minutes later. All right, well, that was a turn of events. I appreciate you trusting me with this item. Was there anything else that I could assist you with this day? If not, I must get back.
Yeah, quick
duties.
question. What
Yes.
is Frog been working on? Do you know?
Frog is working on a handful of things.
But anything new and exciting?
Not in my opinion personally, but you'll have to discuss that with him. He is very passionate.
Okay. So you have no idea what he's gonna try to show me.
I have an idea of what he's trying to show you, yes.
Oh, what is it? What is it?
He's been trying to make music. Not
Okay,
by
okay.
magic, though, only with mechanical means.
That's the spirit. That's the way
And
to do it. Okay,
he's
say no
trying
more.
to. All right. Well, I've already said it. I've already said this much. I must say the rest. He's trying to give it to a long lost love from Dahabu Vorota, which is the country I am from. It's also known as Golden Gate, is the country.
That's who Frog is trying to give it to?
Yes, to a long lost love in that country.
Yeah. Okay.
Well,
Well, now that we got the sword out of the way situation, what do you want to do with the room? If
With the
people
room?
go in there, I don't want, like, the wrong person finds out, they might realize what was in there.
well, unfortunately, I do not own the room. Papaleo does. I would just be getting access to this room and seeing it's hidden.
And Papaleo is the man that owns all these mines, correct?
Yes, he owns dozens of them, including this one.
Do you know if he's a trustworthy individual?
Valerius is all business. He's by the book. No exceptions.
Whose
So
book?
if he finds out the sword was in his cave, you'll probably want it. Because he owns the cave.
You'll never find out. At least not from me, he won't.
Hmm.
If he finds the room, based on the image you showed me, I do not see any evidence that it held a sword. The aura of an item cannot be detected.
Technically, that item even actually in his cave? How do you know we were in that realm when we got it?
This is also true, which if I can somehow get access, I can investigate further to see what capabilities or what enchantments are on the walls or anything. If there are any runes or scripts in lines, what these big crystals do, if it's similar to the crystal that you gave me. I'm sure House Sinclair would be very interested in this room.
And what if I told you I've heard whisperings that this Papaleo person is potentially in agreement, potentially in philosophy, or even downright allegiance, potentially to Ragnar? Have you heard anything similar?
I haven't heard those claims. I've heard similar rumors, but nothing of the extreme. As well as I've never, like I mentioned it previously, I haven't seen any proof on such matters. Like I mentioned, Has Papaleo is by the book ever since I have known them.
It's like a survivalist. Would that be accurate?
Well,
I would say he takes advantage of his business and he doesn't let anyone push him around, as he should. But it can come at the detriment of time, frustration, things like that. Anyways,
Droll,
questions for me?
I have a question of the magical variety.
Ah, Wink, yes.
Yes, I was curious if you have the capacity to unshrink items which have been magically shrunk.
Yes, I do. What did you have in mind?
Yes. This drum of rum has been shrunken for us while we were in the Feywild. We would like to unshrink it and allow to provide it to what's his face is in.
The Jolly Dragon. Okay.
Yes,
So
yes.
this is interesting. So the liquid was also shrunk?
Yes, yeah, it's quite an interesting use of magic. I thought it would be interesting to learn what you could tell me about it.
This is fascinating. However, I am no master of transmutation. However, I have great news.
Yes.
The Lady of Masks is a master of transmutation.
Ah,
She may be able to do it for a price.
All right. Well, we have someone. We have a lead. We can talk to her.
I know for certain that she can do it. It's just a matter of what she would like in return.
I see. Always a trade. I did enjoy that about the Feywild, although it did put us in precarious situations. Always a trade to be had.
Always
But,
something to be
yes.
gains.
Very well.
Always something to be gained.
Oh, yes, of course. I agree with that. Very well. Lady of Masks.
Anything else? Question from me. What have you guys come up with, like a name for your bond that you guys have as a unit? You know, it might help your acclaim in the city. There have been people asking about you, people who helped save them from the orcs and things like that.
Yes, the Jolly Stabbin. That is our group's name. I'm just kidding.
The Jolly
I thought
Seven.
it-
No, the Jolly Stabbing.
I thought it was shark bites.
Waldo, what was the name of that competition we were in when the trivia competition? Did it have a specific name? Do you remember?
I don't think so.
Enzo, do you
Did
remember?
not have a name. Just Trivia Night was the name.
It's trivia night.
We have a team name that night?
I don't want to pressure, just think about it. I would just say it might help your notoriety and acclaim. If people knew, put a name to a face type of thing.
We're not in this for the fame, Droll.
I might be in it for the fame.
Not necessarily fame, but people do like to pay their respects around here. Don't know what to turn.
Maybe when we get back, we'll have an answer for you.
Well, no pressure. Just something
Or
to
we
think
could, when we figure out a way to get back to you with any information we have, maybe we could sign it at the bottom.
Maybe you guys could be the teeth of the dragon.
Yeah, that seems like
Like a
might be a
hidden
little on the head.
That's right. It's so obvious it's not obvious.
Tooth of the dragon, actually.
Well, yes. All right, well, I will hopefully see you later on today to take you to LaBelle. If not tomorrow.
One
right?
more thing.
Yes, Enzo.
You mind waiting, going and trying to get into that room, possibly until we get back, just in case.
I do not know how long you'll be gone, and I cannot. I will take the first opportunity I get. As I mentioned, House Papaleo draws things out quite a bit. So,
What if he finds out about the room?
I cannot guarantee that he doesn't already know.
You would probably know if he knew.
And then scalp him. And then put it up on the wall.
I think you underestimate the privacy of our noble houses. You can track footprints. If you all entered this room, I'm sure there were footprints.
Let's say you have like a certain item that they are familiar with. Could they track the item?
Of course.
Okay.
very basic magic.
I'm just gonna start backing away towards the door and say, I think I need to go.
There's more than all right. Well, no pressure. All right, we'll see you guys later. Ta-ta. Until tonight or tomorrow.
Ta-ta.
Ta-ta.
Very well. Ta-ta.
Please seek out Sinclair, Tink, so he stops bothering me.
Who? Oh, I completely forgot about him. Yeah, I'll think about it. And I will run to my room and see if the diamonds are still under the bed.
The diamonds are still there. You do know that, well, make an Arcana check for me, please.
Diamonds
Oh,
are there
dick.
and they're held by 20 guards waiting for you.
Sir, we have found contraband under your bed. What is this?
This mother effing thing.
You have disadvantage, by the way.
Well, it doesn't matter. I rolled a freaking four.
Did you
on
not
the
heal yourself with all your money? Gosh, what was the point of it? What was the
Four.
point?
You gotta cash in with all those
It
crystals.
doesn't make any sense.
You gotta cash in with it.
I refuse to
What'd
pay
you roll?
for
What'd you
things,
roll? What'd you roll?
but I'm gonna steal
A
something to
four.
pay for something. It doesn't make any
Or
sense.
an
to me.
8 total. I rolled an 8 total.
He doesn't want to
Okay.
pay with his own money, Cam. It's other people's money he's fine spending, but his own money.
Okay.
Well, everything that he's gonna pay with, he stole. I
Don't worry about
understand.
it. It makes sense.
All right. Well, yeah, what would you guys like to do next after you leave?
We need to fix Tinky and then we need to go.
We need to. I'd like
Tink-
to find some kind of a. Who does magic around here, so I can maybe find a cloak or something.
Magic for what?
I'd like to get a magical cloak or some kind of good cloak. I just have this raggedy one with holes in it and stuff now after we went through the Feywild.
Okay. Tink, question: did you want to go meet with Sinclair before you left?
Yes, but I need to let's have let's have our own mini session.
Okay. All right. So with that, we will end the session with you guys leaving Droll's, having learned lots of information, and with the plan on what to do before you guys leave.
Before you end the session, I'm gonna turn to Thad and I'm gonna say, I think I need to make a return.